everybody, this is Marjorie. Happy Monday to you. I'm afraid it's not a very happy Monday here at all. I've got a funeral today. I've got a wee funeral this morning because Famy's aunties, cousins, nieces, pal's neighbour has died, right? So I says, right, Famy, I'll come along and I'll support you in your hour of need. So we've got a wee funeral of the day. But listen, what I was going to tell you, that's why I've got my new necklace on. I've got my going out necklace, right? This is my funerals, birthdays, bar mitzvahs, and other special occasions. And I've got the matching bracelet. I know. Look at me. I'm like Joan Collins. I'm dead glamorous. So that's the funeral, right? But I was going to tell you today about the new neighbours. Oh my God, right? So my neighbour, right? My neighbour next door, Mary Ann, she says to me, here, did you hear we're getting new neighbours? So we've been keeping our eyes out, because you want to ken who your neighbours are. You want to see, you can tell a lot by your neighbours by the kind of furniture they're taking in. And see if they've got their clothes, see if they've not got their clothes in a suitcase or a black bag. You can tell a lot of person about the kind of clothes that they're taking in if it's on just coat hangers, right? So, Mary Ann's sitting by, she just happened to be at the window, right? So she's sitting with her notepad taking notes, right? So, they've been in for about a week, these new neighbours. But listen, there's something no right. One man, two women, right? And when they arrived, right, they're getting out the van. They're getting out the delivery van, I was going to say, what do you call it? The transport van. So they're getting out in the men, or they take their boxes in, they're taking the things in, the furniture, the three-piece suite. And what can I call it? A humongous bed. I mean, I've never seen a bed so big in all my life. So, one of the women, right, one man, two women, one of the women goes into the house. And the man's standing, kissing the face off this woman on the pavement. And I'm just happened to glance out the window and I'm saying, oh my God, they're showing an awful lot of emotion in the street. And they're just new. They didn't even kind of who's looking on them, right? So they're snogging away, right? So they stop that. The other woman comes out, right? So I'm thinking that must be a couple. And that either is his sister or her sister. So other woman comes out. Other woman goes back in. Then the man starts kissing the other woman. I mean, I'm not talking a peck in the cheek. I'm talking quite passionately. So I'm thinking to myself, right, well, I've narrowed it down. It can't be his sister. It must be her sister. So they must be a couple, and that's her sister. Then the man goes in, the woman goes out. Well, do the women not start? I says, oh, hold on a wee minute a moo. And I says to myself, oh, wait a minute. I watched a documentary on Channel 4 not that long ago, and it's about, it was like three folk in a relationship, so it's not just a couple, there's three of them at it, right? And I thought, oh my God, that must be one of the, what do you call it, the monge twos that you hear about when there's three folk in a relationship. And I thought, imagine a monge two moving in our wee street. I mean, it's a quiet wee street, I mean, there's just a wee terrace in a wee village, and all of a sudden you've got the shenanigans going on. So anyway, we've got a monge too moved in across the road. Now, what I don't understand, I said this to Senga as well the other day, I don't understand, Senga, why do they call it a monge two if there's three? Should it not be a monge three? Aye, somebody's not thought that through. Anyway, Mary Ann from next door, well, she was in the butcher's, so she's discovered that one of the women used to live in the culture sack down at the end of North Street, so she's for there, but we didn't ken anything about them. All we ken is there's a lot of comings and goings. I mean, come, go. Monday, right, the Just Eat delivery man, he arrived with his big orange box thing. Well, he disappeared. Now, he was in there for 2 hours. Now, I'm sorry, it doesn't take 2 hours to deliver a burger or a pizza or a poke of chips. So that was the Monday. What happened? Tuesday was Barry the fish man. Well, he appears outside the house and he's going, and Barry the fish man, well, he disappears in. Now, the man wasn't in that day, right? Because Mary Ann just happened to be at the window. So she's looking out and she's saying, it was just the two women. So Barry the fish man was in the house with the two women. The man was at his work. And I says, this is getting quite intriguing, right? So Wednesday came. Well, they were all at it. All three of them was stinking Sue for number 117. I says, this is disgusting. Now, I'm no one to judge. I am not one to judge. I let people do what they want. But when in doubt, I always say to myself, Marjorie, what would Juliet Bravo do? Because Juliet Bravo, She always did the sensible thing, didn't she? She always did the right thing. So when I get a wee bit anxious or a wee bit, oh my God, what's going on? I say to myself, Marjorie, what would Juliet Bravo do? So Thursday came. What happened on Thursday? Jean for the wool shop. 86-year-old. I mean, now she was only in for about 20 minutes. I don't know what she was doing. I mean, none of the three of them look as if they're knitters, right? So that was Thursday, where I'm up to Thursday. Then there was Friday, there was Bobby, the window cleaner, right? Well, he disappeared in as well, and everything. It was just the man and a woman. And I said, I mean, this is like a soap opera in and out like a yo-yo. So I said to Senga, we're just going to keep quiet, so we've not met them yet because, well, they've not got time. There's that many folk in and out. So because, we're going to the funeral for, what do you call her? Famy's nieces, aunties, neighbours, Doug's cousins, pals, grandmother. Is that right? Something like that. There's lots of things, right? So we're sitting at the funeral, right? And I went, oh, Senga, I forgot to tell you, hen. See when one of the days that I was visiting you, your phone rang when you were in the toilet and I answered it, and it was your cousin for down in England, and she was phoning to tell you that your old auntie had died. And she says, oh, when did she phone? I says, February. I says, sorry about that, hen, I forgot to tell you. So, so that'll be another, I'll be going to sing. I'll just keep this outfit on all week. I mean, I'll be one thing after the other. Anyway, can't get a body, have to go. I've got hot chocolate on the go and I'm having a hot cross bun because I feel quite Eastery. I don't look Eastery because I'm all in black. I look like Joan Collins going to a funeral for the Copies of the Dynasty. Oh, I like that. Anyway, going to have my hot cross bun and my hot chocolate. So I'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.